The way you feel streams in a certain set of thoughts. The key is to be aware of your mood and not attach to the negative thoughts as best as you can. You'll find that when you feel uplifted and happy, the thoughts begin to fade away and not have so much strength over you.
I think a lot of us think that self-awareness means that we're healed or we're healing, but self-awareness without action is not healing. Being mindful and self-aware of the chaotic patterns that have been created in your life is a part of the healing journey, but just because you are self-aware of those patterns doesn't necessarily mean that you have healed from those patterns. There needs to be some sort of action that comes from being self-aware. I think a lot of people believe that once you become self-aware of your problems, that you'll be able to stop them. But just because you are self-aware of an issue doesn't mean that the pattern has ended. That just means that you're aware of the pattern. After you observe these patterns and become self-aware of these patterns, now it's up to you to create ways for you to break out of these patterns. Just because you're aware of them doesn't mean that they go away. You have to put in the work to be able to break these cycles. So when people bring up the idea of shadow work and doing shadow work, I tend to see that a lot of people are becoming self-aware of their patterns through shadow work, but it's like it doesn't stop there. There's more that needs to happen in order to break them.
How when you need to move past something, people always say, oh, just release it. Oh, let it go. Well, that's not how energy works. Your job is to allow it to release. The releasing is not done by you. It happens naturally because that's what energy does. It moves.
This one thing, this one shift completely changed my outlook on self-love. Our human mind likes to see it as a goal, like a destination. And it paints a picture as if once we reach that destination, we're just loving life and loving ourselves fully. It's something for the future and something that we have to figure out how to embody and how to get. But that, my friend, can be very much an illusion. It's not something that we're constantly striving to obtain. It's right here. In every now moment, it's the tiny decisions that we have the power to take right now. Let me give you a real life example. I was having a really bad day. And instead of thinking, what's wrong? What is going on that is making me feel this way? I just simply said, I accept this. I love and accept myself regardless of this weird state that I'm in. I love and accept myself regardless of the situation that is not ideal. There are things that I don't like about myself, but regardless, I'm loving and accepting of myself. Or at least I'm learning to. This is extremely powerful because not only are you surrendering to the now moment and accepting what is your situation right now, your acceptance actually allows the things you do want to come in. So wherever you are on your journey, whatever you're doing, if you're dreading it, accept that. And say, I accept this situation, and I accept and love myself anyway.
What makes you so powerful is the fact that you are a conscious human being who is unique, who can think for themselves, who can ask their own questions, who can challenge things, who can be curious. But when you give up these abilities and you just become all the people around you and you adopt their ideologies and belief systems, then you sacrifice what it means to be a human being in the first place. And philosophers have been talking about this for centuries, how most people are other people. And it's like we don't even realize this because from such a young age, we're put into this schooling system and we're told to trust in other people, to trust in authority. Do not trust in other people. Trust in yourself and your ability to see things for yourself, to make your own decisions, to think for yourself. Because without that, then you might as well not be a human being. You might as well not have free will and the consciousness that you were given.
Being open, being real, keeping it real. See, that's authenticity. And when you do that, people see that. People see the realness. People respect that. Because when you are being real with people, you are being real with yourself. And when you are being real with yourself, then you become the realest. Let's get it. Subscribe, you feel the vibe. Because when you're being real and being vulnerable and being open and telling it how it is, you ain't got to worry about deceits or lies. You ain't got to worry about negativity. Because what you are doing is vibrating to a state of positivity. Let's get it!
Life is not meaningful, it's useful. Because you can use life to make meanings out of things. Or if you don't use life for a meaning, you see life as useless, thus giving it a meaning anyway. So instead of being locked into the knowledge of it either has meaning or it doesn't, now you can choose to make meaning of it. Now you have the power to differentiate between the two. And now with that knowledge, you have the personal power to look at specific situations in your life and determine if they are a useless situation or if it's a meaningful situation, without judging life as a whole as meaningful or useless. And then you can shape your life full of meaningful things and remove the useless things from your life and add your own self-worth and self-value back.